There's a bottle sitting in almost every medicine cabinet in the world that costs about $1, and it can quietly replace a small pile of things you're currently paying someone else to do. Not because anyone's hiding a secret from you, just because nobody in the business of charging for a service has much reason to point you toward the free version. That bottle is plain 3% hydrogen peroxide, the same brown bottled stuff from any pharmacy shelf. And by the end of this list, you'll probably wonder why it took this long to end up in your glove box instead of just your bathroom. Here's the thing that makes it work almost everywhere. Hydrogen peroxide is water with one extra oxygen atom bolted on, H2O2 instead of H2O. That extra atom is unstable and wants to let go, and when it does, it tears apart rust, organic grime, and bacterial buildup at a chemical level before settling back into plain water and oxygen. No fumes, no residue, nothing left behind to wipe up twice. It's the same basic reaction whether it's breaking down a bloodstain or lifting rust off a wrench. Just the surface changes. Start with rust. A screwdriver, a wrench, a pair of garden shears. Once they go orange, most people either toss them or grab a $15 bottle of commercial rust remover loaded with acid strong enough to eat at the metal underneath along with the rust. Submerge the tool head in a jar of 3% peroxide for 1 to 2 hours, then scrub with a stiff brush and rinse. The peroxide reacts specifically with the oxidized iron and leaves the healthy steel underneath alone, so a tool people were ready to throw out often comes back looking usable again. Battery terminals are next, and this one deserves an honest caveat. The classic shop fix for that white or green crust is actually a baking soda and water paste, which neutralizes the acid residue directly. Hydrogen peroxide isn't a replacement for that, but poured onto already corroded terminals with the negative cable disconnected first, it will fizz and help loosen the buildup so it wipes away more easily. Useful as a follow-up rinse, not a miracle cure. Either way, a car that struggles to start on cold mornings is often fixed by 5 minutes of terminal cleaning rather than a new battery. Foggy, yellowed headlights are one of the more satisfying fixes here. That hazes UV oxidation on the clear coat, and detail shops charge anywhere from $80 to $150 to buff it out. A paste of baking soda and 3% peroxide, worked into the lens in small circles for 2 or 3 minutes, then rinsed and dried, cuts through a surprising amount of that yellow film. It's worth knowing this isn't permanent. UV exposure will build the haze back up over months, but it buys real time and real visibility for the cost of 2 things already under most sinks. Cloth seats and carpet mats are where the payoff is biggest because a full interior detail routinely runs $150 to $250, and most of what happens in that appointment is exactly this. A cup of peroxide, mixed with a teaspoon of dish soap and a tablespoon of baking soda, sprayed on, left to sit 15 minutes, then scrubbed gently and blotted dry. It lifts coffee stains, cuts through the sweat that's baked into fabric for years, and noticeably calms down pet odor. Not a full sanitizing treatment, but a real, repeatable improvement you can do on a Sunday afternoon. That stale gym bag smell that seems to live permanently in a car is bacteria sitting in the carpet fibers and headliner. A mist of half a cup of peroxide in 2 cups of water, sprayed lightly with the windows down and left to air dry for a couple of hours, knocks a lot of that smell out at the source. It won't undo 10 years of neglect in one pass, but plenty of people use it as a cheap, repeatable alternative to the $100 ozone treatments some shops sell. For bug splatter and baked-on sap on paint or plastic trim, plain peroxide sprayed on and left for a few minutes will soften the organic residue enough to wipe away cleanly without the greasy film some commercial bug and tar removers leave behind. It's worth being clear that this isn't a substitute for an actual degreaser on heavy engine grime. Peroxide oxidizes organic residue. It doesn't dissolve grease the way a solvent-based product does, so save it for surface grime rather than a genuinely oily engine bay. Blood and protein stains are the strongest case on this whole list. A nosebleed in the back seat or carsick pet leaves a stain that regular cleaner won't touch because it sets into fabric within minutes. Straight 3% peroxide poured directly on the stain will visibly bubble. That's the reaction breaking down the iron in hemoglobin. And after a couple of minutes of sitting, it blots out with a clean cloth. This is the same basic chemistry hospitals have relied on for cleaning blood off linens for a long time, and it holds up just as well on car upholstery. Cup holders and console crevices collect spilled coffee, drop change, and candy residue, along with whatever bacteria comes with all of it. A cotton swab, dipped in peroxide, run around every cup holder, vent slat, and console gap, cleans and deodorizes those spots in a couple of minutes without touching the plastic's finish. Water spots on chrome and glass are mineral deposits, mostly calcium and magnesium. And to be fair to the chemistry, an acid like vinegar actually breaks those minerals down more directly than peroxide does. Where peroxide does help is on lighter residue and film. Spray it on, let it sit a minute, and wipe with a microfiber cloth. But for genuinely stubborn hard water spots, it's worth knowing peroxide is the gentler assist here. not the strongest tool in the cabinet. Faded, chalky black trim around headlights and door handles is UV damage, and this is the one place worth correcting a popular myth. An oxidizer like peroxide bleaches things lighter. It doesn't restore black pigment. What actually brings that trim back is an oil-based product that resaturates the plastic. Peroxide's honest role here is cleaning off the surface grime and light mildew that make faded trim look even worse. A real step, just not the full fix some lists claim it is. A few things worth taking seriously before trying any of this. Always use standard 3% peroxide. Never the higher concentration industrial stuff, which can burn skin. Never mix it with vinegar in the same container. The combination forms a compound that irritates skin and lungs. Never combine it with bleach. The reaction releases oxygen gas fast enough to splash. Keep it away from electrical connections and battery acid when working under the hood. Store the bottle somewhere cool and dark since heat and light break it down over time. And if it doesn't fizz when poured, it's gone flat and needs replacing. None of this replaces a licensed mechanic for anything structural, electrical, or safety related. This is for the routine maintenance and cosmetic upkeep that quietly adds up to real money over a year, not the stuff that keeps a car running safely. None of this is really about secrecy. It's just that a dollar bottle doesn't have a sales team and a $150 detail does. Hidden Fix Lab exists to hand you the version of these fixes that actually holds up when you look closely at the chemistry, the ones that work, the ones that need a caveat, and the ones worth skipping. Knowing which is worth more than any single hack on this list.